Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. It's Happy Prepper, and with quarantine and all this craziness going on, a lot of people are getting back outdoors and they're starting to hike mostly and maybe do more complicated backpacking trails, especially when the weather's getting warmer. So a lot of people are asking what should I bring if I'm a beginner hiker, and yeah, and this idea, my mom came up with the idea because a couple of her friends were asking for what items should you bring if you're a beginner hiker and what items should you get. So I made a little list of some items you should get if you're a beginner hiker. So number one is extra socks. But before we get into extra socks, having a good pair of socks is really valuable. I really recommend Darn Tough. They're a small business. Their socks are so durable, so comfortable. And they have thicker socks for colder weather and then thinner socks for warmer weather. But their socks are really nice, really comfortable, really durable. And so let's get into extra socks. So extra socks, I was camping on a camping trip in February with my Boy Scout troop. And since there was a lot of snow on the ground, my socks got really wet. So having that extra pair of socks really saved me, because my socks I was wearing, since they were so wet, they started freezing to my feet. So having that extra pair of socks really saved me. So number two is a backpack covering. So a backpack covering, it's basically a bag that goes over your backpack. Most backpacking bags come with it. Even if your bag is water resistant, water can still get into water resistant bags. So having this, it basically, like, no water can get in. And if you don't want to buy a backpack covering, or if you don't have one, because they are like 20-30 bucks, then you could always use a regular garbage bag. But I would recommend doing a contractor garbage bag because they're thicker and they can't tear as easily. So number three is Moleskine. So Moleskine is really important for having like if you have a blister and you don't want it to get worse and you want to help with the pain, Moleskine, you basically put it over it and it stops the friction, so eventually it just stops the blister from getting worse. So it's really good. It's a little more on the expensive side, but I think it's well worth it, especially for beginner hikers and really just every hiker. I made a video about different ways to treat blisters. It will be in the corner. Go check it out after you watch this video. So Moleskine, really important. So now let's go on to the next one. Number four is Ziploc bags. So putting all your stuff in the backpack in Ziploc bags, first off, you can organize it easier. It's much easier to find. You're not just dumping everything. You kind of have it organized, but also it helps waterproof it. Like I said earlier, even if you have a water resistant bag, it can still get, water can still get in. So maybe if you didn't have enough time to put on the rain covering or whatever, your clothes don't get all wet. Like, I was on a camping trip a year ago and I just threw all my clothes in the my bag. I didn't put them in Ziploc bags, and all my clothes ended up getting wet, and it was really bad because wet clothes, they just lead to hypothermia. So always put your clothes and really just everything in Ziploc bags, because it's really important and it's going to help you in the long run. So number five is sunscreen. So I can get sunburn easily, and I do get sunburn easily if I don't wear sunscreen or a hat. So it's really important because you don't want to be uncomfortable hiking. You want to enjoy it. So having sunscreen if it's a hot day or if it's really sunny in some areas, really important. Also having a hat is really important. Like, I have forgotten sunscreen multiple times on camping trips, and it wasn't good. So sunscreen, really important. Also a hat. So number six is a flashlight. So even if you're hiking during the day, I would really recommend bringing a flashlight, because if maybe you get lost, or maybe it takes you more time to hike and it starts getting dark, it's really going to be really important and really good if you do have a flashlight, so you could finish hiking safely and not really rush it. Because if it gets dark and you don't have a flashlight, you're kind of, it's not going to be a good situation. Oh, there's my dog. Hi. Okay, so it's not going to be good if it's getting dark and you don't have a flashlight or a way to light anything. So number seven is extra batteries. So even if you have a flashlight, I really recommend having extra batteries, because your flashlight can die and really having extra batteries. It's just another option if you get lost or if your flashlight dies. It's always good to have options. So yeah, so number 8 is going to be walkie-talkies. So this is more for backpacking trails, but having just two-way walkie-talkies on, or like two-way walkie-talkies on everybody who's hiking, just in case they get separated, or yeah, basically if they get separated, so they could radio in and find each other and find your group. So these are really important. A lot of professional backpackers have these, but two-way walkie-talkies, I picked some up. I think I picked up 4 for like $1 at a yard sale, and they work really good, and they have like a couple mile range. So walkie-talkies, really good. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please smash that like button and subscribe to Happy Prepper. Share our videos so we can grow. Go follow us on Instagram, and Happy Prepper out.